What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy SpiritualJus. Now, look, as you can tell by the title of the video, we have a reaction video. Now, look, it's been a minute since I reacted to things, so I'm trying to get back into my reaction video phase or whatever, right? So, look, we are reacting to Shimon Davis's "How to Heal After a Breakup." Now, look, I've been watching this guy for a while now. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna hate cause I don't hate anything, but I'm not gonna hate on his advice or anything else like that. I'm just gonna I want to watch this because his advice, I agree with some of the things he says, but I can also disagree with some of the other things he says, right? So when you give advice to people, when you put content out of there, there's two different ways on how to approach. You see what I'm saying? You could be like him, Shimon Davis, more calming, more you say he's kind of a little bit more direct, but a little bit more nicer kind of way of putting information or putting advice out there. When it's me, I'm kind of calming or whatever like that. But I'm not, I'm nice in a way, but also kind of straightforward. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that he's not straightforward. I'm just saying his way of putting out there intel or advice is different from the way I put out there, right? So I feel like it'd be a great way to react to something like this because it's two different ways of how we put out information. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Getting over a breakup or any relationship is filling that void within inside of you, making that silence not be so loud. And it's very difficult because when we get with a person, we are experiencing them, through and through. So we have to take out this part of us and put them in it. And it's not nobody's fault. It's just the way it is. That's this way love is. So when you feel that hole inside of you with someone else and now they're gone, there's still a hole left there. But people don't understand that hole is you. The shape of that hole is you. You may think, well, no, it was somebody else there. No. The way you seen that person, the way you felt about them, how you seen they were so special, you created that narrative. It was your eyes, your heart, your mind that did that. So that shape is still you. It's like imagine you cast a light and then you put a triangle in front of it. You're gonna see a triangle shadow or a triangle, cast of light. It's the same thing here. That hole is the shape of you, and you have to fill that hole for you. You have to get back to yourself. When I was going through my breakup and I was first, getting in that little stage of wanting to recover myself, I sat down and I just had to accept it. I was like, all right, I got away from myself. The reason why I feel so bad is not only that am I experiencing a breakup, but I'm deprived of love from myself. And I would be in much better shape if I started to love myself. Many people don't know how to love themselves. And it's simply just you doing the things that you would do for a person. If you love your mother and you listen to your mother talk, start listening to your own thoughts. If you love your friend and you don't judge them when they talk, stop judging yourself when you talk and you think about things. If you believe in your little sister or your older brother, start believing in yourself. Those things are self-love. And if you are seeking help, if you are seeking wisdom and guidance, that is self-love itself because you want better for yourself. So don't say you don't know how to love yourself. You're just not aware of these things. But anyways, I really assessed the situation. I was like, okay, so the reason why I feel so bad, for one, this is a big change in my life because I'm going from every day I'm going to see my girlfriend. Every day I'm getting off work and I'm going straight there. I'm barely seeing my family. I'm just here with my girlfriend experiencing all these things to not seeing her at all, not talking to her at all. Completely zero contact. So that was a big change for me. So, I would go to work. And even though I have bad days at work, I look forward to seeing her. Even on the days where we got into it, I still wanted to see her. So that was a big change for me, like I said, and I had to get over that. And then I wasn't playing guitar, I wasn't playing piano, I wasn't creating content. I wasn't doing the things that I love to do. No fishing, no hunting. I was too busy. So immediately I started creating content again. I started getting back to myself. And then when I got a little more time or I got a little bit better with managing my time, I picked up the guitar, played a little piano, started fishing again. Had a wonderful hunting season. So I just got back to myself and doing all these things. And it takes you putting your mind elsewhere. Of course, you're going to have those feelings. Of course, you're going to go down those paths where you think about things, but you have to get out of the past. Of course, I want you to think about it and accept these things and go through it because you are human. And just because you fall in these little traps doesn't make you less of a person. You're still human. We make mistakes and we are prone to our mind. Our mind is the strongest and weakest thing we have. You know, even though I have healed and I'm still healing, you know, you always heal. I still have thoughts, but I know how to pull myself out of these things and continue to do the things that I love, because that is what fills my cup. And so much so, to show you the extreme of how well this works, I have done so much for myself and I have put so much time and energy back into myself that now it's hard for me to stop. It's hard for me to be interested in another person because I'm so fixated on my own journey. Not in a selfish way to where it would ruin relationships with a person, but to the point where I don't even have it in me to love somebody right now. It's not that I can't love, but I'm just so I'm in a relationship with myself, right? And somebody's gonna have to come that meets my criteria, meets those standards for me to be swept off of my feet, to kind of get off of that high horse, I guess you could say. Not in an egotistical way though, but it's like I put so much time and energy into myself after not doing that, and I see the results in that night and day. When I didn't put anything into myself, yes, I had great times and I had great memories, but in the end, all the things I invested went to nothing but knowledge. And it's not saying that knowledge and experience is nothing, but here I am. I take that same knowledge and experience and take all that time and energy that I was putting into somebody else. And now my life has changed. I'm free. And I have the life that I wanted to live and that I talked about, you know, all this time. So like I said, it's really hard for me to find love and seek love now, because it's like I don't really see anybody that's worth it. That's not to knock anybody else, but when you just get so tapped into yourself, and when you get tapped into energy, you can just read people so quickly. But I do give people the chance to kind of, you know, prove themselves. You're not proving yourself to me. It's just, you know, it is what it is. I want to know who you are and what you're about, and if we could be compatible. But still, that motivation to, you know, seek relationships and do things is just, it's not there for me right now. And that's okay. I'm human. I have filled that void, and that void is solid, and it's gonna have to take a little bit of loosening to do that. But you know, just for some general references, man, if you go into a relationship, start working out, start going to the gym, start going on walks. Please, for the love of whatever you believe in, do not listen to sad music. If you feel like one night out of the week you need to cry and get it out, do that, right? But after that, we got to wrap it up, because this music and all this thinking and reminiscing and lying to yourself, it's not going to do nothing but make that crater in your heart much bigger. And these songs are designed for that. These songs and these things you see online, they're designed to create voids inside of you. You scrolling on social media and you seeing things that just, you know, trigger all types of emotions. I seen one post when I had just transcended that barrier of being stuck in that void, and I scrolled past this post on Instagram, and it was like, we took showers together. How could we break up? And I seen that, I was like, ooh, if that was me, like 3 weeks ago, this would have sent me back 2 more months into my healing process. So getting off of social media and getting away from things that draw you into those little bubbles, like stop looking at all those pictures, stop thinking about all the memories, enjoy them, embrace them. They are your memories, they are your experiences. You are entitled to those things, and you hold on to those things, but don't get fixated on them in the manner of you desiring something that's no longer there, or desiring something that may have never been there. You know what I mean? But accept the experience, live with it, and forget the teacher, remember the lesson, and carry that on with you throughout life. But like I said, man, you want to get away from the things that bring you down. You want to get away from the things that continue to enlarge that void and continue to delay your healing. And then on top of that, you have to prioritize things that are going to heal you, prioritize things that are going to help you grow. I knew that creating content more and more and more with the plan that I had, I knew, you know, in a short period of time, things were going to pop out. I had already knew. I had already went through a bunch of years of creating content. I went through a bunch of learning periods of time. And this time I knew, even when I was in my worst of my worst, even when I was, you know, in the highest point of my relationship, whatever the case may be, whenever I would think about what I truly wanted to do, my vision was so clear. I knew if I did it, I knew I was going to be good. And it took me going through all that to actually put into action and make it happen. But you got to do the things that are good for you, and they're not going to feel good at first. Trust me. You can go look at my first video ever on this channel and look how messed up I look compared to now. You can just look, you can see the void in my eyes. You can see what I was going through. And at the time, I was still in a relationship, And, many people, maybe new people, maybe people who already been here, my ex-girlfriend didn't like me creating content because of the attention that came behind it. There's a lot of people, women, all those things involved. So when I started to create this new YouTube, I tried to kind of pacify her in a way while creating content. So even though we were going through things, I wasn't just going to display what we was going through on social media, because that's one of those things I don't tolerate. I would talk about what I was going through and then say she was the only thing that was pulling me out of the void. But it was truth to that. But a lot of that stuff that I was going through was caused because of that relationship, and I take full responsibility for my part in it. But like I'm saying, man, you just got to do what's best for you. And that's it, man. If somebody else don't want to see that, we're not even worried about nobody else. This is about you. This is about you healing yourself, getting back to yourself. And you want to take time to learn yourself and know yourself. Most people don't. Most people don't like to be locked in that room with themselves because they don't know themselves and they're complete strangers to themselves. So lock yourself in that room. Learn who you are. Learn what makes you happy. And if you don't know what you want to do, if you don't know what it is that can pull you out the void, just try stuff. Try going to the gym and staying consistent for 3 weeks. Try getting a guitar and learning how to play. Try going on nature walks and hikes. Those things are fulfilling to me. Just a few months ago, I was stuck in my healing process, and it took me going to climb a tree to like, oh snap, it's time to change. You know what I'm saying? So there's always inspiration out there, but the work has to be done by you. I just want you to know that nobody's coming to save you. I do the best I can, but I'm still only me. You have to take that journey for yourself. And also, don't look for people to pull you out of this void. Don't look to fill this void with something else like drugs or some bad habits or some other person. Because if that's to slip away from you, that's just going to create another void inside of you, and that's not healthy either. But I'm gonna start rambling. I can get very long-winded about these things. It just means a lot to me, and I've seen how much my life changed in a short period of time by establishing these things in my life. And you can literally go look at the way my eyes change over the course of the few months of me creating YouTube and just seeing my charisma come back and my energy come back and life come back into my eyes. And it came from me, doing things for myself. At the end of every day, you should ask yourself, what did I do for myself? Brushing your teeth, washing your face, all those things do count. Hygiene is important. Feeding yourself is important. But what about deeper than that? Well, today, I felt like I needed some peace, so I took a little time away from everybody, and I did this for myself. I went on a hike because I wanted to see something, or, I wrote a song today, or I made a few videos and I know this is going to be better for my future, or I invested a few bucks into this, or I'm saving money. Like, what are you doing for you? When's the last time you checked on yourself? When's the last time you took time out of your day to talk to yourself? When was the last time you took time out of life to just take a step back from everybody and be like, I want to do something for me. I don't really want to be around people. Maybe I do want to be around people, but this is just something I want to do because I need this. It's not, oh, I'm going here because they doing this. It's no, I'm going here because I want to do this. And maybe that's with people, maybe that's not. But you got to do something for you. And I guarantee, do that. Don't worry about time. It took me a certain amount of time. It takes everybody different periods of time. Don't worry about time. The first day, it's not going to be fun. The second day might not be fun. But it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You didn't come out the womb in one day. If you're watching this, it took you 9 months. Maybe you was born a little early. Maybe you was born a little late. But you didn't come out like an easy bake oven. You know what I'm saying? So things happen. It didn't take one day for all those emotions to get pent up, and it's not going to take one day for all those emotions to just be released. So just stay true to the journey. Everything going to be all right. Yeah. I love you. You take care of yourself, and you're going to be all right.
Now, everything he just said in this video is 100% true, right? It's 100% true. But I feel like what he said about, you have to start your journey, you have to do this, you have to do these things for you. Yes, he's correct. You have to take that initiative. You have to take that step onto doing that. But you got to understand that sometimes it's the people you hang around too, like you said. Sometimes you want to go to these places, you want to go to these things, you want to go out to clubs or whatever. But you got to understand that you are making those choices for you. So when you say that you get done after you break up with your girlfriend, right? Okay, you break up with her. You're going down the wrong path. You start going to clubs, drinking, smoking, whatever. You start doing these bad things. It's not good. What I want you to understand is that that's when you have to realize you need to take initiative, right? Because that's what some of y'all be doing. Some of y'all be thinking y'all be taking initiative, but y'all really aren't though. You really aren't though. Which is great. It's great. It's great. What he just said, everything in this video is amazing. It's awesome. I love this. I literally love this guy. But understand that his advice is true. But you have to have that the motivation, the discipline, the drive to understand when you need to heal, when you need to go. Like, yeah, he's right. It might take 2 months, 2 years, whatever. But you gotta understand that you have to take initiative. You have to have that strive. You have to have that greatness. There's nobody else, like he said, nobody's gonna save you. You have to do it for you. So understand that. Just because, like, you gotta understand, you can forgive yourself. So if you make wrong choices, if you go out and you treat a person bad, or you go out and you did something bad to a friend, you gotta understand that you can heal from that. You can. So don't focus on that bad stuff, bro. You can focus on the positive side of things and heal from it. But everything in this video right here is amazing. It's great. I love it. I love it. So, but you can tell by like past videos of how he is than I. You see what I'm saying? Like, he's more peaceful. He's more calm. Me, I'll get, I'm kind of like peaceful depending on the topic, but I can also snap, you know what I'm saying, and get more loud or get more motivated, or like trying to get y'all to understand this. His approach is different than mine, per se. But look, that's the end of the video. If y'all want me to make more reaction videos, y'all, please leave a comment down below. Email me. My email down in the description of the channel. And please, y'all, look, like my video. Okay? I'm trying to get new things on my channel and stuff. I'm trying to expand. You know what I'm saying? So look, y'all, please subscribe to my channel, like my video, and y'all have an amazing night. Peace.